sing of love if it does not exist? But darling, you are the only exception. You are the only exception. You are the only exception. You are.
Hello, hi, welcome here. For the first time, I have never done this before. I've never posted an official video where I'm not going to delete it later while I'm talking to people. So yeah, I am nervous. Expect a lot of me moving my hands, me laughing for no reason. I don't know. Yeah. So you guys encouraged me a lot why I should open a YouTube channel. I did get ideas from my friends, the things I can talk about. So yeah, I'm going to read some of them from one specific person because she wrote them down, which summarized almost every other idea other people had. So, a day in the life of an entrepreneur, navigating a toddler and a baby, relationships and healing, navigating grief, a day prepping for an event for Events by Roy, you and man's relationship, keeping the romance alive, even with kids. Ah, you guys, how you met, therapy, how it has helped you, go on a trip somewhere and vlog, skincare routine, Q&A about you, makeup class with your makeup artist friend. Yeah, so that's a list. And I'm gonna start with the hardest. And the hardest for me is grief. I know we were supposed to talk about the fun things. I'm a fun person, but I feel like I can just let me just talk about this and get over with it and just move on to the fun things. Yeah. But it's not a sad topic really. It's more of me explaining how it happened, what I went through, like the last 6 years without her, how I processed her death and everything else it came with. Yeah, so that's what I'll be talking about. Uh, let's start from the beginning. Yeah, she was unwell for a while, for like a month. Yeah, and then she started getting better. And just when we thought that now this is it, she's good, she's doing better, and she passed. So you see, when someone is unwell, uh, there red flags. You can tell, hey guys, this is it. I feel like she's going to leave us. The red flags were there. 2 weeks in, they were there. She would cry, she would pray, and she'd be like, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. I want to come, I'm ready, I'm done, I'm done. I don't want to disturb my kids anymore. This is it. And then towards the end, she actually got better and she was glowing. Now I understand what they mean, glowing and fooling people before you die, because that's exactly what happened. I took her to the hospital. She was okay, and we agreed I'm gonna see you in the morning. I went home. I was tired. I was going back home to my little sister, and I left her there. And we had a watchman back then. He offered to stay so that I can go back home to my little sister. I feel I should have stayed, but I didn't. Maybe there are things we could have talked about. I don't know. Maybe it could have been easy, maybe closure, maybe she wouldn't have died alone. But yeah, my stupid self said, Bella, you are tired, go rest and come back in the morning. So she texted me around 5 a.m., told me I should bring her some clean clothes. And then I saw the text like 45 minutes after because I was asleep. And then I texted her. I called her, she didn't pick up. And then I texted her and asked her, what should I bring? Should I bring you porridge? She didn't text back. So I went, prepared some things. And when I was just getting out of the gate, uh, we met with our watchman back then. And he didn't need to tell me. He didn't need to tell me. And I had my first anxiety attack. I was shaking. he had already told some women hapo nje, our mama wa soko, you know, hawana vibanda hapo nje. So everybody was just acting like it. So I just went back to the house. My sister was in the house. Now that was the hardest part for me. She had a very good relationship with my mom. She was her baby. So I was sad for her. It was more of, now what will my sister do without her mom? Because that was her person. Yeah. And then we went, we talked, we had it out, and I told her, now it's you and me. That's you and me. We got this. We will do this. We got this. We'll do this. And then now, you know, you're sad, you're confused. I can't say I was sad. It was more of I was confused. I was panicking. Life is happening so fast. You're the firstborn, and now you have to go to the hospital. Yeah. One of her siblings came. Everybody's trying to figure out how she should go to the mortuary, the hospital bills, and now it's me. There's no one who's telling me, Bella, this is what you're going to do. I'm a Bella, this is where you're going to get money from. Like, you are 22 years, used to just living your carefree life. Yeah. Like, the most stress you have is how much are we contributing to go for a trip? I don't know, in Basha, or how much, which drink are you drinking tonight? You missed your class, you haven't done your exam, you have exams from I don't know which semester that you didn't do, you know. But now this is real life situation that you have to deal with. Yeah. Ah, God. Anyway, what? Anyway, a friend of my mom's, his name was John. He offered to take her to the mortuary with his car because we couldn't afford to get a proper car to take her to the mortuary, and I took a loan from him. Imagine giving a 22-year-old loan and you just believe she's going to pay you. I did pay though. Yes, so that I could pay the hospital bill and the whole mortuary thing because I didn't want. I'm the kind of person, I don't like debts, and that is from being raised by my mom. She's the kind of person, if we have to deal with our problems, we deal with them in the house. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so we paid all that, and then I sold some things and paid the guy back. I didn't want also to have debts. Like, we have to have the burial, and then my sister has to go back to school and all that, so we can't afford a lot of debts. So let's get rid of what we have and pay them debts when we're figuring out this whole thing. So you come from a 22-year-old who is shopping in town, was a Tao Tao, and now you're shopping for a coffin for your mom and a dress she'd love to bury her in. It was just, I don't know. It was just one of those things that you are really not believing that it's happening, but it's happening. But at the same time, it's not really hitting you to a point of being sad and crying about it because there's so much that is happening. There are so many guests coming to your home. You're more concerned about the people around you, how your sister feels, and my grandma as well, because I can't imagine how she felt losing a child. I know I don't think any parent want to bury their child. So, but also they are also trying to be strong for everyone. So we're just three people trying not to cry, trying not to show people our weakness. I remember somebody told us, na msisahau mnunue bikers, like those shorts, so that you can wear inside your dresses, because you know you're gonna be crying and falling down during the burial. And my sister we just look at each other like, who's falling, who's crying? You know, like, you guys, whatever you're expecting from us, we're not going to give you. You're not giving you what you're expecting from us. So we were just there, just being strong. Hmm? Just, and I don't know if that is strength, it's just, we're just acting like it didn't actually happen. The battery came, people left. Now this is where you start facing real life problems. Yeah, your mom is no longer there. She would make fun of, like, sasa nikakufa, sistako ataacha kusoma, and I'll be like, ebu pona and do your responsibilities, because me come next week I am out in the streets. I am not staying here. But now this is real now. You have to figure out you now what are you going to do? And there is your sister. Yeah. But I thank God. My mom really she came from zero to actually getting something for herself. So we weren't homeless. So that I'm really grateful for that. And so we had somewhere to start. We had somewhere to stay, somewhere to hide our problems. People didn't need to know whatever we were going through. So yeah. Now, did I ever grieve? Did I ever cry to my friends? I think it just happened once, 1 month in, and someone said, I am trying, najifanya ndio nihurumiwe. And I say, that's it. I am never gonna have to talk about this again. I'm only going to talk about this if I'm making a dark joke. Like I'm not going to talk about this. I used to have a friend then, she had lost her mom as well. And we'd be like, unajua nini? Hatuwezi keti tulia, tunalia juu ya watu wame rest in peace. Alafu ndio tunateseka tutalia, tulie. Unajua. Anyway, whoever you surround yourself with matters so much. If you're not around people who make you feel vulnerable, who make you feel it's safe to talk about things, it's safe to cry, you're not gonna do that. You're just gonna die with your problems. You're just gonna pop your pills for your anxiety. I did that. I did. Yeah. Me and alcohol are friends. Alcohol and I, it was not. I was not drinking just for fun like I do now. It was just every day. Ile kama ya wazee ya kukunywa ndio ulale. Every other day, and just surrounding you with people who, I don't know, who give you the fake hype, you know, fake hype, because that's what you need at that point. That's what I thought I needed at that point, and it will work, but it won't work for long. It will work, but at some point it just backfire on you. You just be alone with your problems, and one day you have to face them. Fast forward, oh, my sister went to school. Thank God, she's doing good. She's graduating, so yeah, thank God for that. I got pregnant with my daughter willingly. I got pregnant before her, I lost it, then got pregnant with my daughter. And now that's when it hit me that I don't have a mother. That's when it hit me that I am doing this alone. I don't have someone to tell me, oh, this and this happens. Like you are a mother. Reading online, being told by people is different than the support you get from your own person. It was during COVID. My grandma wasn't around. She was in Nyeri, and they said they can't come to Nairobi, and it's vulnerable. So now you're just here in Nairobi by yourself. Thank God for my baby cousins. I'd go see my aunts so that I'll see them, so I will just feel better. Kids just make things feel light sometimes. And that's when I felt that I need to deal with this. I need to deal with the fact that my mom passed. I need to deal with the trauma that came with that, the trauma that came when she was alive, because you are about to have a baby. You cannot repeat trauma. So now this is the part where you have to face all your problems head on. This is the part where you have to do your shadow work. This is the part where you have to see a therapist. This is it. If you don't deal with this, Bella, everything you said, you see the way we say, mama alikuwa mpoa, but kuna vitu zingine siwezi fanyia watoto wangu. Now, if you don't deal with your problems, you will be worse than kuna vitu zingine siwezi fanyia. You'll be exactly that and worse. So now I had to deal with that. And I remember this one time, I can't remember, it was Kit on Instagram. She was talking about, I don't know if she was talking about grief or what she was talking about. I can't remember. But I remember I texted her and I was telling her how I never know how to mourn my mom. I have all these things I have to do. And I feel the person who actually lost my mom mostly was my little sister. And she told me, but you also lost a mother. You're also a child who actually lost a mother. And I was like, yeah, I'm a child who lost a mom as well. I do not have one. And I should have one. Why don't I have one? I did lose someone. And That's when I started being vulnerable about it. I was able to talk about it more from a different perspective. I was able to talk about it to my sister, which I think helped her as well. Because before, I never used to talk about her like that. It was more of from a place of anger. And my sister doesn't like that. If there's one person who's team her mom, do not angry talk about her mom, is her. So me being vulnerable about how I felt, me crying with her, I can tell for sure it made things easier for her because we can actually sit down as sisters and talk about her, cry about it, laugh about it, and be like, yeah, she would have loved this, you know. And sometimes I feel sad. I wish I got to understand things like trauma when she was still alive, because there are things I wish she knew about herself. I wish I knew about skincare when she was alive, because she would buy this Milk products and you would make fun of her. And now look at me, I'm obsessed with skincare. I wish she was still here so that we can talk about skincare. She would tell me all the time, acha kuzurura, mimi uzurura huko upate mimba, upate mtoto mara moja tu. I'm like, nani? And now I have a little girl who's named after her, and I know she would have loved her. Unajua, like najua wangesikizana, and sometimes she does things I just like, that's Washera. So yeah, that's basically my journey when it came to losing my mom to where I am right now, to accepting that it actually happened, to accepting that it actually happened to me. I did practice doing this video and cried a couple of times, but I said I'm not going to cry on camera. I'm not going to do that. So yeah, that's the first time I'm actually talking about it like that. But lessons learned is that you should surround yourself with people who will allow you to be you, allow you to be vulnerable. It's okay. People say you're strong, you're strong, strong, you're the go-to person. Everybody keeps on saying, oh, Bella, she's so strong. I don't know how she does it. I don't even think I was doing it. I was just surviving. It's more of like, thank God I didn't die. Thank God. Thank God I didn't die. Thank God I didn't overindulge. You know, it's just those situations that God saves you. But I love that right now, as the person I am right now, I am able to surround myself with people who we can talk about anything, not just the fun stuff, but also the hard stuff, the boring stuff, the serious stuff, the painful stories, the trauma, and just try and heal and be better together. So yeah, that's my story of losing my mom. And I know wherever she is, she's proud of us. She's proud of who I have become right now. Um, I, there's so much of her in me. My determination for a better life, how I take care of people. That is all her. It's a bit of anger as well, temper, but I'm not gonna claim that one. I won't claim that. I'm going to claim the positive side. Yeah. So there's so much I learned about being the woman I am from her, about not giving up. She's the kind of person, even if 200 people would tell her you can do it, she'll tell you why you should just sit down and watch her do it. And she was strong, she was brave, she lived her life, she had fun. So that's why I believe in having fun. No matter the stage you are in life, you should always appreciate where you're at. You should always find a way, be happy, because you don't know tomorrow. So the more you keep complaining about where you want to get, but you're not enjoying where you are right now, the more it's going to be frustrating to do this thing called life. So yeah. Yeah. Thank you for listening. I don't know if this is short or this is long. I've never done this before. But I think I am done with the grief part. At least when it comes to my mom. Next time maybe we can talk about grieving people who are still alive with us. But yeah. I hope to see you again. I hope I get to do this more often. I hope I get better at it. See you guys next week. And I was supposed to do this while showing you how I prep a bouquet of flowers, but I sort of just got into the story. So yeah, thank you. Bye.